I don't care who it is. It blends into the fabric and it goes off into the ether. When a game on this stage is officiated this way, how ought it be digested?
Well, for me, it's out of control with how much emotion they're allowing right at the start of the game. And they're inconsistent with how they officiate the emotion. And Draymond Green's probably the biggest culprit, but everybody was a culprit tonight. And it got away from the officials as a result. And there's so much off-the-ball contact and so much contact going on rebounds. And I guess they don't want to call everything, so they try to selectively make calls. But when you do that, you just come off inconsistent, and they missed a bunch of calls as well.
Yeah, and then you're left with trying to explain who is the technical on, and then it's, oh, well, we got it wrong, and this one's on Kerr, and the other one was on Draymond. I mean, it's...
Like, the problem right there with that technical is this. He calls the tech, but normally an official will point and then tee. They'll point right at somebody and then tee up, or tee up and then point right at somebody. He called the tech and walked over to the middle of the floor. So no one really knew officially who he called that on, and that's why that became controversial later when Draymond gets this one for waving at the official.
We talk a ton off air, and not everything off air makes its way on air, and maybe not everything's supposed to, but you said something to me just moments ago walking in here about this was how badly...
This was one of the worst officiated games I've watched this year. Every single time they showed any sort of replay, it seemed like they missed it. Most of the night. A lot of, there was a play tonight where Kyrie Irving, by himself, crosses over between his legs, loses the ball untouched by anybody else, runs into the backcourt to pick it up, and they don't call backcourt. I mean, the official's 5 feet away from him. That's absolutely inconceivable to me on a finals game. And that's just a small sample of what went on in this game with the contact stuff.
And what's such a bummer is that at such a high level of offensive execution from Cleveland's side, that so much of the conversation turns into how it just felt like at all times this was on the verge of teetering out of control, the entire game.
Think about this. If you're Golden State, you held them to 35 fewer points in the second half, and you lost by 20. That kind of sums up Golden State night. So I want, at the top of the list of what you want to dive into here, very layered game.
Sure.
The top thing has to be just the ridiculous shot making on the part of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Because, they put up 86 spot in the first half of the finals game against a great defensive team.
Then more to come from you. Let's watch.